Hi, I'm Seamless, and this is the 13th 75K tutorial. This one was requested by hobo4presidente, and this is a Matt Zoe sound, and it sounds like this. Which is to say that's the sound, and the sound that I have sounds like this. That might not sound completely complete, and there's some cool things in there that we did to achieve the important parts, but I want to discuss a little bit about what I saw when I looked at this sound. So the sound starts stable, then it has these phasey moments, and then it has sort of like a filter kind of gets on there, and it gets farther on, down the line. What also happens down the line is that some percussive elements fill in the moments right on those hits, and so it's almost like a little bit of side chaining by these elements that are kind of creeping in there, almost to the point where I would almost say that there's a different sound come in to hit these moments, which is possible that it could still be a filter doing that kind of thing, because if you hit a filter hard enough, it will sort of do that kind of percussive business, like you're doing a cake or something, and that's kind of something that can happen. I didn't really go that far to do that, but I just wanted to say that's why I didn't do that, because I felt like it's actually some parts different sounds than what the main sound is. The main sound, however, at first starts off pretty easy. It's a super saw kind of thing happening. And in the harmor phase, I barely do anything. It's just super saws. I add in a little bit of regular saw in there to give it some edge on top of that. I use an EQ to kind of shape it so that it sounds a little bit like what was going on in the main sound. The main sound might have used some like other processing, maybe like a different kind of distortion, different kind of like maybe a guitar cabinet or something. It kind of has a little bit of that edge to it, but not quite so much. Maybe we can make you think that, but I just am mimicking it a little bit with the EQ. So you can keep that, take that, or leave that. Now the fun part was what I did with the gross beat here. Now you've seen in my latest how to bass and that kind of thing. You've seen me use gross beat to mimic this kind of like manual unison for something in post, and you were normally limited to however long the gross beat was to do that, like, to do a single thing in here. And I'm basically like just ignoring this interface, and I'm automating this time offset directly, which isn't as perfect as automating the time offset internally, because it can't move as fast. But for what we want to do right for this particular moment, this is actually perfectly designed for this purpose. You take the time and you turn the time mix halfway around, so you have half the original and half the different amount, and then I made an automation clip and I put the minimum almost all the way up, because this is like super small fractions of amounts that we're doing these things. So while you could do that with a 100% automation clip, it's easier just to have like your minimum level be like 95%, and so that you're essentially representing the top 5% of the total parameter. And then like it were the gross beat interface, going down means that you're changing pitch downwards. So how far the angle is you're going down determines how steep the phasing is. Now, this might all sound kind of like it's not in time, and that's because I didn't try too hard to mimic the original actual rhythm, but it should make more sense if I had the metronome on. I trust that should feel a little bit better. If you feel like this isn't hitting hard enough, which you might want to do, because like I do think part of it is happening is that there are like other sounds coming in to sidechain the original sound. You can kind of mimic that by doing volume automation and have that increase over time, so that it feels like it's hitting sharper. And coming on top of that, this filter that's on top of this is basically just an EQ with a peak. And the way that's happening is that we have this automation clip, which is doing the same thing the whole time. This is the copy, paste, whatever. And then this automation clip's maximum value, the min-max level, is this automation clip here. So by default, it's saying the maximum value is 0, which is the minimum value, and nothing's happening. And then it's slowly increasing in power over time, so that the same automation can vary and alter over time without having to manually write that in there, which is something I totally would have done a couple of years ago, because I didn't know about that. In case you didn't know about that, now you know about that. Anyway, I'll put this FLP up for download, and if you have any questions about this, please let me know. If you'd like to make a request yourself, please do so in the Reddit thread in the description of this video, and nowhere else, because requests seen anywhere else will be ignored. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and as usual, have a nice day.